when you're really grasping at finding reasons to stump for Rebels and being able to actually win this series, it's a very difficult thing to do. You don't have a whole lot.
Not Bad News Eagles, right? They're not their kryptonite.
Well, yeah, that's fair. There is that angle with Bad News Eagles. Let's just see what they've got, because already this is an overperformance. They're kind of playing with house money Rebels at this point. Getting into this group stage has been very impressive and very successful for them. And FaZe is just a different beast. And
What?
See you later.
That's the tone set, really. Triple kill instantly coming in between Rops and Frozen. And you had an idea. You can't really work with that,
that's
unfortunately.
So stupid.
Rops is holding, Olymp goes down, and that's exactly what you expected, Jason.
That's actually
a little chuckle, look, a little laugh. All right.
So dumb. Like, yeah, what can you do? Like, all right, we have a smoke there, we have flashbangs, we're trying to get down vents, and he just spams out 2 headshots for no reason.
Unlucky, I guess.
So pissed around to FaZe.
Yeah, indeed. No bomb plant for Rebels either, so no force buy, and the bomb's in the vent. So yeah, it's interesting. The Rebels are here, but FaZe Clan is definitely the team that everybody's hoping will go ahead and get a quick, clean performance today and be the team that moves on. And we want to see how deep in the tournament FaZe can go. I mean, obviously, always title contenders, and adding Frozen into the team and having a bit more time into an event like Katowice.
Yeah, I mean,
hope we're expecting FaZe to be real title contenders.
Coming into this event, like, Vitality is the favorites to win the whole thing, but FaZe is the next team you go to. That's the immediate second name that you go to. They've been in the past 2 finals we've had in CS2. They've lost both of them to Vitality 0-2.
Yeah.
But outside of that, they've been able to contend. They've been able to win. They've been able to battle back. And I mean, really, this Frozen in for Twist thing, it feels like they haven't necessarily like lost a step. Like it's again, like you gain some areas, you lose in other areas, but overall, it seems like the FaZe level is still one of the best 2-3 teams in the world.
It's one of the best roster moves you could make. And it's nice and clean here in the second round of play. That's FaZe up 2-0. Yeah, Vitality FaZe, definitely the 2 kings of Counter-Strike. I'm hoping that Liquid down the line this year will become sort of a king slayer, but they're not here. And so those 2 teams at the top, definitely, it feels like they're a step above everybody.
Yeah, Liquid's still got to establish some dominance in the Americas region.
Yeah, that's
the RMR
true.
Before we
one step at a time.
Before we can start, looking towards the future. But yeah, that would be a very cool team to see at the big events as this year goes on if they continue to improve. But right now, we're going to see if Rebels actually has a game plan that could put a dent in this defense. First 2 rounds, nothing to really speak about. First gun round now. AK-47s on the board, 5 of them for Rebels, 1 player outside, 4 players towards ramp room.
4 outside ramp. Looking to play through a smoke, flash comes in, and Robs has decided to play it back from hell instead. And it's worked out pretty well for Robs. So he's got that first kill on Olymp. Interesting comparison drawn by Maui before this game started. Olymp is the Robs of Rebels. Well, he's got a taste of what the real Robs feels like. And Brokey holding down the lower bomb site. Good first headshot, traded out by SNX. And now Frozen should deal with Kisserike. But
I don't know.
It's quite good, and Frozen still detects him.
Yeah, I was curious if Frozen was actually going to hard clear this angle, and he does indeed, wins out the fight. He had a teammate coming down secret rain to help him out if things went south.
Flay close by, has got SNX with him in this post plant, and Flay has to do it all. Second shot, it's only headshots. The mind fly weirdly with all of them, but it's not going to happen. Frozen comes in and freezes out any chance of a huge round there. That would have been a massive way to get your first round on the board.
I think he just ran out of bullets at the end. I think that gun was just running low and he couldn't get the last headshot, but a really, really cool sequence of 3 kills in a 1v4, an impossible situation almost.
My God, I really didn't expect him to get this close to it, but damn, he's got some aim here, Flay. And yeah, Frozen comes in and just ends that dream.
Yeah, he's still got a little cheeky. They've all got a little cheeky smile. Look, they understand the odds of winning this game as well, so they're here trying to win, but having fun with it as well. Not getting on top of each other, not feeling the pressure of the situation, and that's good to see at least early on in the game.
It's great to see them having the time of their life.
It's funny when you're kind of like this much of an underdog in a matchup. The pressure only really comes in if you get to a point where you have a chance to win.
It's like we didn't expect to be here.
Yeah, you don't feel it until you get to like 11 rounds, 12 rounds, and then you're like, oh shit, we didn't really think about this eventuality.
This wasn't a reality in our mind, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case right now. Anyway, a 3-0 start for FaZe. Rebels do have enough money, of course, to get the full buyout again with Galil's. Here's SNX coming through the smoke. Nice double kill. Ooh, very snappy onto Rain and Carrigan. And Frozen able to reply. Olymp hits the deck, and Frozen goes down, but the rest of his teammates stepping up instead. 2v2, and it is Brokey towards the back of the bomb site. Goes for that quick flick, close quarters combat, and Kisserek left in a 1v2. And he is kissing the ground. He's gone. 4-0 start for FaZe. And even though Rebels have some good trading, some good space taking, there's just too many options for FaZe.
And those, I think, that like what we saw that round is something that I think Rebels is going to have to bring a lot of in this. Is like you're going to have to take some crazy risks from time to time. And that, I think, round really gets opened up by player coming through mini, just walking through smoke to find Rain. This one right here, SNX, able to grab this kill and build upon it because like no one in their right mind is thinking they're going to walk through the smoke. Yeah,
no one. Yeah, it's the standard Counter-Strike.
Those are risks that you can kind of pull off. Because, I mean, it comes to the other side too. Like FaZe probably doesn't see something like that every day in Tier 1 Counter-Strike either, so that can catch them off guard. And we'll just have to see how often it can be successful.
Yeah, if you come to the server with a typical playstyle, you will just get beat out.
If you try and play like the Tier 1 Counter-Strike, FaZe Counter-Strike, you're going to get bruised and destroyed.
Yeah, so let's see what
it might happen anyways.
Yeah, I mean, but at least this way they have a better chance. And Kisserek comes out with that Tech 9 and takes out Brokey. The nade blows open the smoke, and that allows Frozen a simple kill on Kisserek, and then the cover comes back up to secure safety for Frozen. He goes again, this time through the smoke. He'll catch Casey, and Rain is there to assist him. So these Tech 9s don't get anywhere, and it's a 5-0 start for FaZe Clan. I mean, there's no secrets about today. You know, most people are just coming into today expecting to see FaZe dominate them, and that's kind of the result, as a Counter-Strike fan, you do want to see. You don't want to see one of the top contending teams to come in and be pushed to the limit by a team like Rebels. You want this to be as convincing as possible if you're just a fan of the game.
Well, just for the playoffs, right? You want to have FaZe come into this and really light things up and not really have any issues. Not out of any sadistic hope to see Rebels lose, but you want the best teams in the world to be performing at their best. Also, I mean, the romantic storyline obviously is what this is. I think it's been like 5 or 6 years since we've had 2 Polish teams in the group stage of Katowice.
And this is the most amount of Polish players across all of the teams. It's quite incredible. And we've been asking for the comeback, the resurgence of Polish Counter-Strike for a very long time. It's kind of similar to the Swedish scene. We were just asking, we need them to come back to former glory. Oh. And missed shots from Brokey. He's still going for it. He's still attempting these shots. He's fully committed to it now, and he'll use that smoke to possibly give him a new angle, and he misses every single bullet in that gun. Fortunately for him, he's got plenty of teammates to rely upon, and Rain is able to trade out 1 for 1.
Yeah, trying to throw a little disrespect in their face with how aggressive he's being and misses every single shot. Rops, easy one. Easy follow-up as well.
Yeah, just Kisserek, and he is looking for the clutch ahead of him. It would be a 4K, and not bad. He's got a second, but can't get away, can't get to safety, and Frozen will take him out.
Yeah, Brokey just deathmatching outside. He needs it.
Timeout taken for Rebels. First used. It's been a very quick 6 rounds. We've got to this point in the game, halfway through the first half. You could say the quarter.
Quarter of a way through, yeah. If you want to go American style.
Thought you appreciate that one.
A little conversation for Rebels. Interesting to see what they're going to come out with. Trying to find something that can work. I think, honestly, I think in some level they're going to have to, focus on just playing a trade game. Kind of, stay a little bit more grouped up. Don't try and make things too complex. Don't try and, work FaZe around the map. Get some rounds on the board by just trading, getting an entry, getting a numbers advantage. Hard to do on Nuke, but this is their map pick.
There's a certain point where it's fun to play against FaZe Clan. And then there's a certain point where you realize, damn, we are really getting smacked. It's no longer fun.
Everyone's watching.
So definitely looking to try and pull something out of this game, the Rebels. It'd be quite the rebellion if they do anything here today. And it's pretty cool seeing Neo stand behind FaZe over the last few events, and Taz with his spot behind the G2 players.
Yeah, a pair of Katowice champions coaching some of the top teams.
It's pretty surreal, actually, from growing up watching those players play Counter-Strike to now seeing them still involved in the scene. It's really nice to see it.
Yeah, and I mean they had a lot of really good words. FaZe. I spoke to them as well yesterday. I spoke to everyone yesterday.
Yeah, Jesus, you were a social butterfly yesterday, Jason.
Yeah, I gotta interview the FaZe boys. Have a little pod session with them, and yeah, they had some really nice words about Neo and how he's kind of developed, especially considering when he came into the team and how rough of a time it was for the team and how much work he kind of had to do. And very happy with how he's kind of developed behind them. I believe talked about a couple of he brings some really good individual tactics. tactics into the team and ideas, and then he's gotten, you know, very, very good at kind of understanding how to manage the personal relationships between the players. So they're very pleased with his development as a coach.
Well, that's great news.
Yeah, it was all positive things.
Well, maybe some positives to be drawn from this for the Rebels. AK-47 for Kisarek, the rest on Tech9s and Deagles, as they search for their first round versus FaZe Clan today. Rain outside. A very scary player to have to go up against if you're on the T side. Not bad on the timing. A dink through the smoke. Doesn't do a whole lot. I believe it caught through the edge of the box, so it's a soft dink. Just information more than anything for Rain. Utility faking out that top side hit. Here comes that red push. Nice shot from Casey. Rain gets one, but he's dealt a trade kill, and Frozen's already down here in the lower bomb site. Yeah,
got to be careful about that AK-47. Going to be passed over to Flay, who's got 100 HP. How much do they want to progress? Still one player deep outside for Rebels and one player over in lobby. So really the only aggression is this secret play.
Big Brokey. Here he is.
Frozen's here too, so they kind of actually have to be a little bit aggressive. Once the timing comes where they don't push it, the only real option is for FaZe to counter-push Secret.
Here comes this play in the lobby, though. Carrigan's pushed forward. Oh, limp! Oh, what a headshot, but here comes Frozen on that Secret play, and it's a triple. Frozen with no problems, Rups with the other, and that is 7 in a row for FaZe.
Yeah, it just don't matter. So many abilities, so many players who can run two with the FaZe team in these first 7 rounds of play. And yeah, good shot by Olymp, but Frozen's just got him so lined up and not even really aware of the secret push, and easy triple kill.
Glocks. Og, that's what we like to see.
Yeah.
Carrigan, in his old age, needs a little scope there for the rifle these days.
Yeah, needs the extra pair of glasses. All right, Brokey, take 2.
Come on, you gotta at least land one. Aww. And he does, he gets one, but Flay will come back with the AWP in response.
At least he hit it.
He did. It was better than last time. And now 4v4 off the back of that. Some utility will be tossed towards outside from the Rebels, but they have zero intentions of committing behind those yet. And it's pretty scary going outside, as I mentioned, with Rain spamming down, and they don't know about Carrigan, but he's over here too.
There's some gaps in these smokes that they're going to toy with. Rain especially has a very nice one towards the garage entrance.
Ooh, Rops in the meantime has moved himself a little deeper, nearly at the vending machines. Casey's holding for a ramp push in total. Rops is intelligent enough not to push forward until the right time to strike. Yeah,
Rops hasn't seen a whole lot in ramp room. Double kill when they came there the one time, but other than that, now he's in a position, if they go ramp, I mean, it's at least one, but he's got a really fast turnaround to get involved in action towards the upper bomb site as well.
This is a perfect position for the AUG. Carrigan cannot make it work. Olim comes in with a headshot. Now Rain detecting the players coming out of Squeaky and trying to draw a distraction to allow Rops to flank around the back, and also the player inside of the site up in the rafters. Well, it's gotta be Frozen because all of his teammates are dead, and Frozen leaping off the top rope. He is destroying them with acrobatics, and now it is just Flay on the AWP, and he gets it done. Rebels with their first round.
Yeah, but Frozen almost brings that back in the 1v4, and you can just see it. He's got to be sitting there like, come on, just stay alive. I'm up in, they're not on the upper bomb site. Nobody needs to move. Everybody just chill.
They had to win that one, Jason.
They did have to win that one.
You couldn't leave it down to Frozen alone in the rafters and lose the round from that.
Yeah, you can start taking advantage of all this stuff kind of in a way, because I think FaZe up 7-0. I think, you know, everyone's probably starting to get a little bit horny looking for all the kills they can find, knowing that they feel very confident just challenging. Nice quick scope.
Brokey especially. Can't hold him back.
Brokey's one of those players... when he gets in a certain mood, you just kind of got to unleash him.
Yeah, you just got to let him go.
Let him go.
He's his own wild beast. Send him out, let him do what he does best. Sometimes it looks amazing. Sometimes he misses 5 op shots. But that's the Brokey we love.
It's the nature of the beast. Round number 9.
They brought Carrigan down to a 5-7. Don't really think that'll matter too much, but let's see. Smokes go out towards the top side again. Rebels willing to use the utility very early on in these rounds. Just trying to establish some control. Carrigan feels emboldened, only having a pistol. He can go for a risk, push through hut, and get information.
Yeah, a little bit of information. He spotted at least 2, maybe 3 players that he can call out towards lobby. There's not that wall of smokes outside. Rain and Brokey are both pretty committed to the outer yard. And Brokey's going to start sliding back just as there's not a whole lot of attention that warrants his presence.
Here comes the attack for Rebels into the top bomb site. Carrigan, the first player up on top hut. He's got plenty of teammates, plenty of options behind him, but Frozen misses. Carrigan steps up, and Brokey's here to impale his opponents on the other side. Casey slipped the net, got through, but Brokey's cleaning up, not letting anything survive inside of the site. SNX has everything to do. Under a minute left, AWP in the hut, and retreats back to the T-roof.
What a monster Brokey is. That's a beautiful triple kill from heaven. Those are some quick shots, multiple different locations as well. Hyper-aggressive Brokey at the moment with all this confidence. 40 seconds.
To run back.
The same.
Walk back.
Yeah.
Gently, all the way to his spawn point.
It's the only weapon they're going to have in the next round. I take that back. Flake can buy up an AK-47.
I have to admit, though, Rebels have brought some excitement to the game. They've gone for a lot of fast rounds, a lot of fast plays, trying to create some chaos. And it's certainly been exciting from both sides. You know, we've even seen little individual pockets of skill coming out. You know, there was moments from Flay and SNX, and Olymp's hit some good shots. So the chaos has been exciting to watch. It's just unfortunate not winning many of the rounds here.
You're scraping the barrel just the same way Maui was towards the end of that map, Vito. You're really reaching for it.
Well, you know, it's tough to be negative all the time. There's a lot of negativity in this world, Jason.
Sure.
Sometimes the bottom of the barrel is the sanctuary.
Okay. Well, here's Brokey. Incredible first shot. That's fast. Flay not ready for it. And then obviously swinging out, building upon it, and a good downward shot with the AWP. He was even ready for the hut peek if it was there, but SNX didn't want anything to do with the fight.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking it was going to happen. He was going to.
That would have been a great exclamation point on a highlight reel.
Yeah, absolutely. Better do something with that ult now, Flay, after that. Let's see what he's got. He goes outside. Brokey this time a bit more passive, but he's still looking for that opening fight. Playing from Big Garage, and what a shot. Just seen enough. Nails it through the smoke. Flay gone, and a 4v5. Here comes Rain up secret.
How aggressive does he want to be?
Doesn't look like very aggressive.
No, I mean, Brokey's keeping good track that no one's crossed over to a red box, so you
He just
could
needs
be
to watch
aggressive.
Silo.
But obviously not too interested in testing if someone's on top of Silo. There's the smoke, there's the utility to force Rain back as far as possible, give them some space to work with.
Yeah, smoke is up at Garage as well. And here comes Rain. Senses the timing. It's the wrong timing. Casey hits the headshot with the AWP, and Brokey now held behind the smoke in Garage. Flash goes through to follow through. Brokey's not seeing anybody try and get through the smoke. He's worried about it. He's ready for a no-scope. But I think the fight that's coming to FaZe is this one. Kisserat's backpack spotted by Rops. And that's a death sentence. Rops will take him out. But his Olper has fallen. Brokey's gone. And now a 3v3 with this push back from Olymp catching Frozen. It's suddenly Rebels ahead in the final 30 seconds. Carrigan's going to change that, though. Here's those steps coming in main, and does have his teammate towards the back of the bomb site, too, of Rops. Carrigan just biding his time, pulling distraction, but suddenly it is all on Rops. It's on Mr. Cool in the last 20 seconds. He's got this 1v1 fight on the top side, but he knows the further play has gone down to B. And Casey is looking for the money, looking for the bomb plant, and now searches for a clutch versus Rops. He jumps around, trying to jiggle that shot out of the AWP, but it hasn't come through yet, and Casey will win the 1v1 up against Rops.
Very nice round from Casey. That's the salvaged AWP, and that's a full round in which he controls that number of kills, and he's facing challenges each and every time. Rops trying to jiggle him out, Carrigan trying to jiggle him out. Really well done. Good find from Olymp that helped out massively, but that's a clutch that actually puts this into an interesting position for Rebels to carve out a few more rounds in this half, because that's the money for FaZe. These last two rounds are going to be force buys from the FaZe defense. This one with a single M4, Deagles, SMG on Carrigan, and here's that ramp rush.
Here it comes, and Rops is in a different position yet again. They all line up for him, and it's a double from Rops initially, but it's all about this. They haven't hurt Carrigan. It's so damn quick, and the in-game leader takes that MP9, rapidly kills them, and now it is just Kisser alone in a 1v4. That's such a rough start to the round. It's over just like that.
Yeah, good defense from Rops. 2.5 kills on the initial spray down as he gets to the left wall.
Oh, damn it. It looked pretty good. You know, you brought them down to a weak buy. Maybe there's a chance to squeeze some more out of the half, and then that happens.
Yeah, just too strong, Rops, over in ramp room. And obviously the quick flank from Kerrigan's a thing of beauty. He's been a little bit aggressive in towards HUD a number of times, and this was his moment when he hears the ramp rush being called by his teammate. So 7-round lead, and the economy doesn't get completely broken. They're back up to M4s. It's actually the Rebels who got to drop down to a few Tech 9s. Let's see what they've got here in round 12. Last round of the first half.
Kerrigan into the HUD again, this time punished for his aggression. Casey decided to look for it, but it's Rops coming around the back, and a quick execution onto 2. Caught by a flash, left dead, and Rank cleaning up the mess outside. So 3 versus 2. FaZe searching for double figures to exit this first half of Nuke. And the Rebels doing everything they can to squeeze a third.
It's so tough what a team like this is, just being constantly aggressive when you're so outmatched and you're so focused on what you want to run, how you want to try and break them, and then everything just gets thrown into chaos with the pace of these pushes, the aggression of these pushes, and how often FaZe is willing to bring them out. Another kill from Frozen. He's got 16 kills, 5 deaths in this half.
Oh, let's sing SNX. He's got a chance for the 1v3 with a Galil. But a lot of work to be done in this one to put it all together. He walks a little closer to the garage. Rain has got it, and that will be 10 to close the first half. The first half in Katowice for FaZe has gone swimmingly. Join us for the second half after the break.
Your time's up. I've been waiting for this to begin. Your time's up. Your time's
Welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice 2024. It's 10-2 for FaZe as we head into the second half of Nuke. The Rebels Gaming, it's quite a difficult opening match here at the group stages, and it's going as you would expect.
Yeah, it really is. There hasn't been anything yet topsy-turvy that's been thrown into the mix that makes us think this can change. And I mean, you could just see individually Frozen, Rops, those guys so good at turning situations on their head. Brokey as well. And against Rebels, they've been able to pretty much stifle any chance of even winning individual rounds. Pistol round is live, and Rain is going to take those fights aggressively. Teammates streaming over the silos. There goes Casey, though. Double kill for him with the USP.
A couple of nice shots here already. There's another one, Casey. Go on, get yourself a clip for the highlight reel.
That second one. He had that great op round in the first half. All of a sudden, he's putting a couple rounds on the board.
Now Rops trying to fight down in the ramp room. There's multiple players here, and that Joel Beretta swing is going to come out and sentence him to death. So Frozen up on top of Silo. That's not going to be the pistol round here for FaZe. Rebels come out with a swinging play, and that's going to be Casey with 3. And Frozen, ooh, they're coming for it.
He's trying to bait the player up the ladder.
Yep. And they're not falling for it. It shows you how much respect they have, Jason, for a player like Frozen. Yeah, he's 16-5. Maybe we don't give him all the chances in the world to draw this into a winnable situation.
Yeah, it is just funny seeing 5 people all just being like, none of us want to mess with the next fight.
Nope.
None of us want anything to do with it. It's a smart way to play. And Frozen now going to have to commit himself forward. Spots one over towards Credit. Saw the shoulder. Oh, brings Casey down to just 1 health.
He's now reading the flank around the backside, but the peak wasn't there just yet, so he still stays focused towards outside.
And on the big picture, there's not enough time for him to try and bait out some of these peaks anymore, right? 25 seconds?
He's got a sprint here, bomb side. Now he's getting fought from multiple different angles, from Silo, below him, towards Garage. He's doing so much damage, though, in 17 seconds. You got to get a move on, and Frozen isn't going to make it to Secret. They do take him down. Starting to get a little worried with the amount of damage he was doing, but the time certainly was the limiting factor there.
Yeah, it looks better because they're giving him so much respect that he's the one who's able to aggress into all those fights and kind of make it look good. But there was, with the time dwindling down, there was really no chance that he'd be able to actually complete that. Good shooting from Casey. That one managing aim punch as well, bringing it down onto Brokey. All right, so they win pistol round. Let's see what they can do with this. Interesting.
Force buy back for FaZe Clan, despite not getting the bomb plant. They feel confident. They've got the rounds to play with. They go for the Tech 9. So Red heads towards Red. Nade ready to go behind that smoke for SNX. He's just choosing which smoke to break apart. That was a little late for the third smoke, but eventually it's arrived. And he'll toss that nade down, and oh, good night, Frozen. Carrigan, good timing to slip in towards main. You have no idea until SNX detected him. He had a little look and spotted Carrigan walking in. And all these steps in the B-bomb site are being heard right now by Olymp. He knows that there's FaZe players around. He's calling for his teammate Shirley soon to help him, but Rops is still in that upper bomb site. Tap on the plant. Olymp gets the kill. Brokey actually is the one that picks that up, but he's got a second one coming through the vent, and now he's diving down looking for a little bit more action. He's looking for a follow-up headshot, and he's got it. So 2 more locked in for Brokey. And 3 more players remaining on the Rebel side of things. He's got the bomb on his back here and access to the vent.
Yeah, unfortunately, he hasn't been able to recover any weapons. No M4 salvage, no FAMAS, nothing like that to make this a little bit more dangerous. 1v3. And really unsure of the positioning of these last 3 players, so it's all a guessing game from here with this Tech 9. Now MP9 is in his back pocket as well.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
What you got? You going to take Brokey?
No.
All right.
No, not right now. There we go. As expected, he goes down. And it's 10-4. Rebels do stop the Tech 9 buy. FaZe didn't get a bomb plant again, so we're going to see the eco this time around. And as long as you start to build up a few rounds over on the Rebel side of things, you know, you can make this scoreline look somewhat respectable.
Listen, after this, assuming they win this round and it's 10-5, you had 1 more gun round and you're starting to feel like, okay, we're kind of within striking distance here. Catch a little momentum, a little fire. You get a bunch of utility in your pocket, really restrict the map, and this is the best chance to really see what Rebels can bring to the table.
After all, this is their map pick. This is their best chance to do damage against FaZe. Flay. He's got eyes on Red, at least did. Rain is going to take damage down to 59. decide to change up that position, not stay so advanced. He's the bomb carrier.
FaZe is being patient. They're seeing if anyone's going to like rotate or take a peek based off this kind of contact outside, if there's going to be any movement. You can see these Deagles in position to just take these shots. One connects, one lucky shot lands. And all of a sudden that might open up a couple different options. Rain goes down, Kerrigan. Oh, he's itching for it. He wants this fight with the Deagle.
Trying to squeeze his way through it. Good timing. He might be able to do so. And he has got the chance, but Olymp, what a flick. And his teeth are smashed in by Brokey's Deagle. Frozen looking for a bit more of a fight. Oh, he's doing damage to the chest here. Fly down to 47. That might be a warning shot as Casey comes in below. Frozen can't stop that. And Brokey's Deagle is brought down. It is 5 rounds for Rebels. And here comes that gun round you were just mentioning.
Yeah, one more stop here and Rebels can really start to build into this game. Let's see if they've got what it takes. Scout is going to be dropped over. Op picked up in its place for Flay. No room for shenanigans. Good reaction from Olymp swinging over as Kerrigan makes a quiet play around the boxes. But yeah, overall, that's just FaZe trying to pick some guns off with Deagles, trying to limit some money, force some rebuys.
It's definitely no absence of aim on the Rebel side. We've seen some ridiculous mechanics out of some of these players. It's just putting that all together is yet to be seen, but perhaps this could be that first step. Nade stack towards outside, and it's beefy. Rain, Brokey, and Kerrigan taking damage. Rain the brunt of it. And a quick execute on the run. 2 smokes close towards Man in Garage. And Frozen peeks over. Oh, SNX wasn't ready for that.
No, I fell asleep at the wheel. You could see it, like after he spammed into the smoke, he made like a decision that he just wasn't going to be checking top silo, and obviously completely punished for it. And the problem now is they've crossed over to Secret, and you're in a man-down situation already, and no one's dropping lower. They almost like just have missed a rotation. They don't have the manpower to solve it.
Casey stepping in.
And that means Olymp has to go back to ramp and get downstairs quickly.
It's about to be a pop through that decon door. Fly cutting off Frozen from joining his teammates, but the issue is Fly can't stay here for long, and Rops is up on the T-roof too. Fly even takes damage. He's down to 17 health, and now no secret that FaZe are inside of the B bomb site, locking in that plant.
This has been Rebels like looking for FaZe players everywhere but the lower bomb site. Like never shifted, and you just get completely outpositioned, and that was the biggest glaring hole in this defense. They just wanted to try and find someone lobby, wanted to try and find someone outside, and without any success, they're just forced into a save. So going to back off, concede the round, and FaZe is up to 11.
It's pretty cool that, you know, with FaZe, you have so many strong individual players that you can make a lot of the main moves with only 3 players and leave like Rops and Frozen elsewhere, and they're so intelligent as players, and you can rely upon them so much that they can lock down huge portions of the map alone, and you have like a pack of 3 players that can move around and cut through bomb sites and get the job done.
Yeah, and the FaZe guys are going to get a lot of respect. We've seen it a couple times in some of these rounds where Rebels is really giving them a lot of room to work with and not wanting to take, you know, losses in certain situations, certain fights, certain distances. So FaZe players will be able to control parts of the map alone a lot easier because of that respect being given over. 6-round lead, but plenty of weapons saved up and preserved for Rebels, so they come right back into it. But there's only, I mean, that's really kind of the last round they can afford to concede in that fashion. They're going to have to challenge more now that FaZe is this close to taking the map.
It's lined up on the T-roof. They're going to fly into the back of the bomb site today, but no one playing inside of the site. Down on the floor, so those nades go to waste. Flay's pushed deep into the ramp room. He's got a good angle now on lobby entrance.
Yeah, that's a great position. Someone can just wander into that crosshair, so let's see.
It's the bomb too.
Yeah, Brokey does that, maybe Frozen over in the lobby as well. But for the moment, FaZe is content to allow Kerrigan and Rain to work outside.
Flay is alerted to the position of the bomb because he's seen the utility being thrown on out in Kisrek. Goes on by, smoke blown open, second kill through it. This time Carrigan and Rain go down through smokes. Now Flight under pressure, being pushed on the ramp. It's a good shot on Rops. Bidding out the follow-up. It's now Brokey trying to line up two, but can only get one. And Frozen now in a 1v4. It's not looking winnable. And there's that gun round you were talking about, Jason.
Yeah, nicely done from Rebels. 4 players alive at the moment as well. Frozen, how many can you take away? The bomb is lost towards ramp room. Nobody really even needs to be in the upper bomb site. Kissarak just trying to keep track of where Frozen could be headed.
Now they know where he is. Casey gets a good position, but Frozen catches the timing.
Well, that's the respect I'm talking about too, is like Casey's got like a great off angle and door room to not even let him fall back out of hut, but he's like, I don't want to give him a kill. I don't want to give him some options, so I'll just back away and tuck into this corner.
Yeah, so you're always able to sort of have a retreat plan. You can always get away to try and save your weapon. Frozen's doing exactly that. We're looking at 6 now for Rebels. Money still available for FaZe. That's the problem Rebels are going to have to deal with. The buys that keep coming for FaZe Clan.
Look, it still feels out of reach, but it's a respectable scoreline for the disparity between where these two teams are in the rankings. This hasn't been bad whatsoever from Rebels. And let's see if they can start frustrating the FaZe team. If they can get another stop, does that start to tilt them a little bit, FaZe? That these underdogs are fighting back so well, so aggressively.
That's the last of the timeouts for Rebels. Really looks like Flamey. I can't unsee it.
Once it's stuck in your brain, it's just there like, forever.
Flamey's there.
What's Flamey doing on a Polish team?
He did have one of the most memorable plays from Flamey's career here in Katowice. A little pistol ace on ramp. And here we go. Back into the action. FaZe have got the AWP out for Brokey. AK-47's out around it. Not a lot of utility for the T side, but enough. And Flay's going to take position in the back of the garage.
Trying to peer over the edges of 2 smokes. Maybe a gap forms in them. Maybe someone tries to step around the front smoke. Nothing quite yet. We've seen a couple of times Rebels is more than happy to bring an extra player outside, blow open a smoke, get a little bit aggressive on it. Oh, there it is. That's what you needed.
Yeah, good kill. Oh, second one was difficult to hit. It was just a pinpoint of Frozen's head up on top of Silo. Now the ramp play coming in. Brokey and Rops looking to try and get through. And Olymp is the defender there. Oh no, SNX tries to take a risk, tries to get aggressive towards outside and gets stopped by Frozen. But this position has now got the shadow advantage. Rops is going to clear it though, and Olymp has to react. And he does in time. His teammate comes back to cover off, and Casey scares the FaZe players away from the ramp attack. Now with a 3v3, they decide to finish on that top side, but they got 48 seconds so they can make another move, and perhaps with having Frozen in the vent, that's what they're waiting for.
I think it's the only way for them to connect is actually Frozen coming up the vents, and oh, they can't get outdoor.
No.
They're so low though. Look at 2 Molotovs as well in the Rebels' hands.
Kissarak casting a massive from the back of the site, it's just one. Frozen clears him out. Now they have options available to them with 30 seconds left. In a 2v1, they decide to go down to the lower bomb site. And Olymp, he is going to be frustrated because he knows it's a long journey down there and he's got to win a 1v2. But first, he's got to figure out it is planted on B.
Well, now he's got to decide if it's even worth going for. He's so far away. He knows if he wants to go for this, he has to drop vents, which is a danger in and of itself. I think he's just going to choose to save.
Good call from FaZe to stay composed there and decide to go down to the B bomb site. And that does cancel out any chance here for Olymp.
Oh, it's such a shame those Molotovs were never in a situation to really get used effectively considering the HP. Brokey was low, the third player was low before getting taken down. There were some chances there for Rebels to bring that back, and now FaZe, 6 chances to close out Nuke.
And Ancient up next. And that is the map pick of FaZe. We know how comfortable they can be on Ancient.
Even with the opening kill, and then unfortunately Flay not able to get away, Frozen just tapping. SNX trying to take advantage of what he thought might have been a gap in the defense and punished for it.
Oh, that was the fight as well that could have gone the other way. The Carrigan spam through the vent, and yeah, that is a frustrating round because they are close to winning it.
But it's funny. I mean, every time you see frustration on their face, they're smiling immediately afterwards. It's like they get frustrated in the moment and then remember, you know.
It's okay, guys. It's against FaZe Clan. Here goes Flay. Again, somewhat confident with his AWP. Rops is going to be forced to fight. Burning. And Flay did pretty well to get away from that. Frozen descends onto A main. Needs to be careful because that's the smoke. That's the waterfall smoke that you can drop into and then get into main and attack the A bomb site. Olymp lifts himself up out of Secret to try and compete for his teammates. He only gets one, and SNX is hearing that drop, but Frozen's close by, walking through the smoke, and that is going to cost him. SNX picks it up. FaZe slipped down through Secret.
Still, again, though, nobody's rotated downstairs. This is the first gun round all over again as FaZe taking control of Secret. Just now, we're getting someone here. It's Flay. Missed shot.
Unfortunate to have that shot miss, because it could have made this round very different. A 4v2, but you've still got Robs in that upper bomb site looking to cut off rotations, and now Brokey's in a pretty good spot too. Kitsarite cannot beat Robs. Now SNX peeks out. Good kill on Brokey. Draws this into a 2v3 as FaZe desperately try to hold on and close this map. 13-6 is what they're searching for, and Robs has to do it. Defuse being stuck. It's on that Astralis plant spot, and he's not going to be able to get it. It will be another round for the side of Rebels to prolong play.
Nice, composed retake, catching FaZe off guard a number of times. Brokey just giving up the angle towards Vent and Stairs at the wrong moment. And they're able to work through the solution, even overcoming a strong Rops lurk out of Squeak Door. 5 more chances for FaZe to close this out. Flay's starting to heat up with that AWP. And maybe this map can settle Rebels down. Maybe going into Ancient, maybe after one map, they're like, all right, these guys are mortal. We can handle them.
We can kill them, yeah. We got some close rounds in here. 7 picked up. Kitsarek on that double. Karrigan Frozen will not make their way through Hut. And Brokey with that hero AK-47 is looking to be exactly that. Swing around the corner. Rain and Brokey collapse 2 kills. And now it is just Olymp and Flay trying to keep Rebels alive here on Nuke. The Rebels map pick looks to fall into the hands of FaZe. They're just a few steps away from completing it. They go back to get that bomb, and Rebels steady themselves for a retake.
Yeah, and they'll hear Flay running outside as well. Now the op shot definitely gives it away. Stepping through the smoke, though, is Olymp. Oh, risky play, and he gets the good end of it. But you still got to get past Brokey.
Yeah, you do. And Rops inside of Hut with just a Tech 9. He is low. And here's the fight coming out. Olymp just had enough ammo to get Rops on the ground, and Brokey looking to close this one. The Latvian without his laser. He's got the AK instead. And there's the defuse being stuck around the corner. Flay's holding it. Brokey going to try and deny, and he can't do it. Another close round that Rebels win.
Damn, Olymp hitting some shots in that round. Triple kill, making this interesting. 12-8. That's a good stepping through that heaven smoke, getting one frag around the smoke. This one right here to be able to activate everyone else and make this doable. Good shooting. Little awkward on that spray, but this was nice. Making sure Brokey doesn't even get a chance at stopping the defuse, and it's 12-8.
You can't ask for more from the Rebels. This is exactly what we were hoping for. Rebels to come on and fight and bring the fight to FaZe in a few of these rounds and get a scoreline that looks respectable. And it certainly is at the moment. Flay, confident, brings the op this time towards outside, fights Red, and takes out Rain.
Oh, aggression. They've done this a couple times. We saw Flay with the op pushed up all the way very early. Coming through the smoke, though, going to give away the advantage. Olymp can only get one. And now Karrigan's on the move.
He's on the prowl outside. Hasn't seen anything yet. He knows he's got all the time in the world to play with, and Flay started towards Red, now is over towards Ramp Room. He's got the op in an advanced position with a big, deep angle towards where Rops was last spotted, but if he goes around this corner to clear the rifle, comes down to whether or not he can be quicker, and he certainly is. Rops taken out of the round. Karrigan goes down at Secret, and suddenly just Brokey again with 45 seconds left in this. This time he's got the laser. This time he's got the big green gun, and it doesn't make a difference. 9 rounds now for Rebels.
Yeah, bringing it right back. 3 in a row to keep this alive, and not yet a timeout for FaZe. Don't feel like they need it. I think Neo might have just talked to Karrigan and said, do you need one? He's like, nah, we're good. We'll figure this out. But getting a little dicey. Tech 9s now.
They're getting into 3v3s. I mean, FaZe are trading evenly, and you think in a 3v3 scenario mid-round, surely this is where they close it, but Rebels are staying in it.
The nice thing is in the first half, we saw so many rounds where FaZe from the CT side was like really kind of flexing, was really kind of showing their dominance. Rebels has at least tamed them. especially on this T side now. Nuke a little bit harder to sometimes on the T side kind of be that you know, chest out, just take fights. To the lower bomb site we go. Footsteps heard. They're not masking this at all. Good find from SNX. Not caught unawares. No one has dropped down. Excuse me. Olymp is there with an AWP.
Let's see. Olymp misses the shot. They cross on in. FaZe have some ground. And those Tech-9s, they want to close some space down. They want to get close to this sniper. And if they do, they could overwhelm him. Fortunately, there's two of them. There's two ops
this
in
is
ramp.
This is a horrible thing for a retake against Tech-9s.
Yep, it absolutely is. This might just be the round that sinks the Rebels here. A double up setup on the retake attempt, and Olymp goes to the pistol instead. SNX trying to keep his team in it. They've done very well to get 9 rounds, but double figures might just elude them here versus FaZe. Rops is close around the corner, and he's got Brokey with him. What a shot! Really sends him to the Shadow Realm. And FaZe Clan come to Katowice. They've got one map already. 13-9 versus the Rebels on Nuke.